All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Jackson from the shotgun gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
Trying to improvise.
Come on! Get the fuck out of here! What was all that?
Opted to run for it. The decision of Goodwin picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check 3, check 3.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Moore, up and good.
Straight
it's now
bullshit,
a 7-0
man.
game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it
Fucking
away.
bullshit.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Straight bullshit.
On the set. 45 to Mike. I got you. I got you.
Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Let's go now. 60 yards. Protein spill.
On 3rd down, Kaiser. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster.
Let's go.
Get this one across the 35. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry for James Conner. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
God damn.
Taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Ready. 18 Gator. Go. Man up, deep. Now.
On 3rd down, Kaiser. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Man out. Check 13. Check 13. Go.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out.
Here we go. Set. 30 base.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Go.
Roy.
6'6", bullet high.
Mike 45. Hey.
Hey, zoom.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
Five.
From the gun, Kaiser. He's got White here. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Bravo! 50's the mark. 50's the mark.
Stop your whining.
Kaiser to throw for it on 4th. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
As a defender, I always found the slant route extremely difficult to cover unless you're able to jump on top of it early, because once he gets his hands on the ball, he's at full speed going away from you.
It all happens in the blink of an eye, doesn't it?
It really does. The timing is so important. That ball's got to be out of the hands of the quarterback and to the receiver like that. And if it is, you often get a very successful play.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Down. 10-2 stop. 45. Time to go. Night. Ready.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Mack. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Go.
Go get him. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check.
Recon. 132 fighter.
Check. Fresno. Jam.
They'll try to throw here. Kaiser. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bradley Chubb. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
So much. I'm done with
Sometimes I
that
watch
shit.
games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Oh, you got D?
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Watch twist.
Pilot. 64. Weak.
3rd and long for Kaiser. Looking for the end zone. This is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Check hot route. Hot.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Let's go.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. The pass there complete to Sutton. He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Last week in that wild card win, only 1 catch. And he's got his first catch here, and it's good for a 1st down.
54. Here we go. 54.
Jackson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right.
You can't get lucky, you piece of shit.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jackson throwing again. That is caught by Cohen. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
And Jackson throwing once more. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
No good. Thank you.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Back. Out. 61, matchbox lights.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Kill.
Topper.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught. This is White. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll bring out 4 receivers, 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Here's Kaiser. This one incomplete.
Didn't
Too
even
much
see your ass
contact to
sitting
hold
there.
on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. Way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Check pass. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45.
Get it.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Complete. It's Johnson. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Got it. Blue draw purple.
Push him back.
Hey, Charlie. Look at me. Go.
What we got? Switch. Check 24.
X3. 218. Chopper. They go.
Kaiser now to throw on 1st down. Flush to his right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt.
No. Thank you.
Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing at 7-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
That's fielded in the end zone. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Look at me, zipper.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again.
God damn, Mack. Why? There was no need to hold on to nobody.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
18 Gator. Watch the run. Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. Alert. Greystone, travel. Alert 3. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Watch that, watch that, watch that. Watch the edge. Yo, 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 go, go.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 34.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Protein spill.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Hey, hey, watch it, watch it.
Ready?
On second down, it's Mack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you. Yes, yes.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him 9 on the pickup, but they're still a few inches short now on 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Come on. You better bring it.
Whip, whip, whip.
80 weapon. What's the whip?
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They run. This is Cohen. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. And you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Sean Davis with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mack. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
On the double.
3. Mike's 43.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
They'll go again here with Mack.
Ooh, you lucky.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Complete to Washington. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. And that is incomplete here. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And how about this, a fake? And this is caught. What a play. It's a 1st down as they get 19 yards on the fake punt. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for them.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, Jackson. And this is going to be caught.
What?
The fight for the football.
Come on, man.
Puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Damn.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton.
Come on, man.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Javon Hargrave breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Operating from the gun, Jackson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close,
God damn!
You feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they
Y'all
have to
fucking
do
up
it
so much,
without letting
man.
panic creep in and affect their play.
I can't
This
do
linebacking
shit off.
core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
On 2nd and 15 now. Kaiser, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, Echo.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the run, watch the run.
Five.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Hey, Alpha.
First down, Kaiser. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. He'll look to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Extra point up and through by Myers. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Check safety, check safety.
Now Jackson. Got a man open. It's Sutton. A good pick up there of 20 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gives this to his running back, Tariq Cohen.
No face mask. Come on, y'all. Damn.
Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. This is Cohen. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
At the Steelers' 33-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Cohen. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Keep getting fucking lucky, yo. You just keep getting lucky.
Will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. set to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. One final shot for Kaiser. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl.
Good day.